Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've just joined, and again there's a couple of you this month, I'd like to welcome you. My name's Jo and I mainly do Irregular Choice shoes and handbags, but I do lots of other brands as well, as you'll see today. So welcome. For those of you who have been watching my videos for a long time, I very much appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. For those of you that are just lurking about and watching the videos, I'd really appreciate you pressing the subscribe button and joining our happy, merry band. So, first of all, I'm going to apologise because I look back on my videos to see what I've said that I'm going to show you, because sometimes I forget what I'm about to show you. So, I've got this dress on again. This is like the third video that I've had this dress. Obviously, I've got lots of other dresses that I can wear. But because I wanted to show you the sequin long jacket that I said I would show you, I'm kind of put on what I wore to the ballet that I put the coat with, so you can see what I put together. So that's the reason. I was like, oh my god, this is the third time of this dress. I mean, it has been washed in between. So we'll go into that a bit later. So what have I got for you today? Lots of things. I have a pair of sunglasses, I know. I mean, I would say that I've lied to you, but actually I didn't lie to you, because I couldn't look into the future and know that I was going to get this pair of sunglasses. So let's get that out of the way first of all. They just came up at a really good price. I don't even know what to say. The backs, so you know it's Gucci. They're not sunglasses that I'll be able to get my prescription in. Absolutely not. You'll see why when you see them. So there will be glamorous sunglasses for looking amazing round the pool, reading my book glasses. Let's put them on. So they've got pink lenses, and then they've got these AB crystals all around that really, really sparkle. So yeah, you can imagine me reading my book. Won't be able to see anybody because I'm completely blind, but I'll be able to read my book and look at things on my phone, and look glamorous, maybe. So I'll show you them a bit closer up, because there's a few details about these. So on the bridge, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but it has Gucci and some little hearts. Obviously these are like heart shapes, but I think sometimes they call them butterfly. You know, but you can see they're kind of heart shaped, but give the butterfly effect. They've got mother of pearl here, and you've got Gucci there, and on the inside on this one you've got the Hollywood Forever, which was this collection, which I have a couple of pairs from. As I say, you wouldn't be able to get your prescription because obviously you can't do anything about that, but they're very light as well, so again a good pair for taking on holiday. So I'll definitely get you some of them. I'm not gonna say that I won't have sunglasses for you next time, because who knows. I mean, I don't think so, but I didn't think so last time, did I? What else have I got to show you? Now, I've had this wee bag a wee while, and you know, I've got quite a few Kate Spade pieces, and they're always saying, oh, the quality is not there, da, 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 da. But everything I've had from Kate Spade has been really nicely made. I think I've said in the past that I've had that pizza bag with all the crystals on it, not one crystal's come off. And I did worry when I got the red flat crystal shoes, because I thought on shoes, you know, especially on the inside, you know, sometimes your feet go not one crystal has come off, and I've worn them to death. So yeah, everything I've had has been nice, and I feel this is nicely made. She's well, obviously she's not there anymore, but But Kate Spade, the company, they're a funny mix because they have like classic bags, but they also have quirky bags. Which ones do you think I go towards? So they did a collab with M&M's, you know, the chocolate like Smiley things, but you know, M&M's. And they did this little M&M bag, and it came in different colours. I think it came green, blue, red. I don't remember it coming in yellow. Maybe it did. But I chose the orange, and it's just like an M&M sweet. And it comes with this chain, although I have put like a shorter chain on and carried it more like a handbag. It's got the spade on the little popper here, and it just opens up, and inside you've got all the M&M lining, which is fun. Now I can just about fit my phone in it, but I never ever put my phone in my bag. I realise that. I always have it in my hand. I never ever put it in a bag. I mean, when I go to London, because there's a lot of phone snatchers now, I'll have to put my phone in my bag, so I'll have to make sure I have a phone that I can zip in a bag. But other than that, I usually have it in my hand or like on the table in front of me. So for me, this is fine for a night out because it'll fit my card, keys, lipstick, you know, enough for a night out. And I just think it's so cute. But if you wanted to put your phone in it, absolutely no chance. You can just about fit the flip in there, the folded phone that I have. But I wouldn't, but then you probably couldn't get much else in. But as I say, it works for me because of the way I am. But yes, I definitely won't be taking it to London anyway, because it's just not practical for London. I think there's a lot where people are coming up, and you know, these electric scooters, so you don't even hear them coming up, and they're just snatching phones and driving off. So this will not be coming with me to London. But it is gorgeous. Lovely juicy orange colour. Absolutely love it. And I love Kate Spade's stuff. Now, talking of Kate Spade, the outfit that I wore at the ballet, I wore a particular pair of shoes, and they were Kate Spade. And they were these. And they're covered in crystals, and they've got a really low heel, and they've got like this silver bit, and then a bit like where it looks like you've stood in chewing gum, and you've got a flat bit that has Kate Spade on the bottom of the heel. But they're absolutely stunning, these crystals. And obviously being a low heel, they'll be comfortable, you would think. One of them shoes took the back of my heel off, and I literally only walked from my house to the bus stop to go to the theatre, and it's literally a 2-minute walk away. And then when you get off the bus, it's literally a 2-minute walk to the theatre, and by that time it took the skin off the back of my heel. So it's funny, it's only one shoe. So the other one, absolutely perfect. This one, even the thought for putting it on for the walking video is like, ooh. But anyway, I'll do it for you. But no, I'll be wincing in pain. So if I wear these again, well, I've got to wear them again. I'll be like plastering up or Compeed or whatever just to protect that heel, because it was sore. But really nice shoes, and I mean, I don't know, because they are soft. I mean, it's like a soft suede inside, so I honestly don't know why. And that was my bigger foot, so you think, well, it's not moving about as much because obviously it's more snug on the bigger foot. So I have no idea, but they look great. And as I say, 1 foot, no problem. But I will have to. The only thing is when you've done that, you're like, oh, I'll reach for the other shoes rather than them, because you'd have to think ahead. Maybe I'd be better getting the Compeed gel things now, putting them in the shoe box, and then they're ready. So if I do want, I think, oh, well, at least I've got that to put straight on. Because I think if I didn't have that, I'd be like thinking twice. But the crystals are really good quality. Really, really nice. All different sizes. I love it, but yes, it makes me wince thinking about when I wore them. What else have I got for you? Right, well, we're going to go about this sequin coat I've got. Now, in the last video, I said the Rose of Bloom are like top quality. You know, they're really, you feel it even in the weight of the jacket. And I told you that I had this jacket that basically the sequin things are basically kept on with a wing and a prayer. So I thought I'd show you that just for comparison. So this is it. And you see it's got these big scales on. And it's just mesh. You can see it's just mesh. Now, I didn't remember where I'd got it from, but it's actually from Primark from years ago. So I have had it years. And it's just a short jacket. But these scales constantly come off. And as I say, Johnny is normally crawling about the floor, picking them up for me to sew back on. So the quality isn't great, but the effect is fantastic. It's very mermaidy, and a lot of people come up and say, oh wow, I love your jacket, but it's not very well made. But I do wear it, I do love it, and at a concert, because it's just mesh, there's no heat to it. You know, sometimes you get a bit hot at a gig, so it is very good for that. So that's just a by the by. So this is what I was going to show you. Now I'll get it the right way. So this is from Doll's Kill. And you see it's got this like furry, I think in the old days you'd call it like Afghan fur. But I was thinking, you know, when I was going to the ballet, I thought, well, it almost looks a bit like feathers. It's not, it's like fake fur. But I thought, well, it's got that kind of feather quality about it. So that was my idea. And again, so this is like more small sequins. Kind of similar colour, this like iridescent purpley, pinky, bluey, you know. But the background is that mesh. If you look, background is that mesh. And then, but this is lined. It's fully lined. So there is some weight to it. It feels more substantial. And when I went out to the ballet, I don't remember any sequins coming off. There wasn't any sequins on the floor in the theatre. So far so good. There is as well a hood. So you've got a hood on this jacket, which I thought, well, you never ever see a hood on anything sequiny. So that's good. Because if you get caught, you know, queuing up at a gig or anything like that, at least you've got something you can shove over your head and not get your hair wet. But it is a long, well, on me it's quite long, but it is, you know, it's not a short jacket, it's a longer jacket. I think it'd be better to show you when it's on. I'll try and do, so you've got fur all around the edge and on the sleeves, but again, to me, it just gave the feel of feathers, so that's why I wore it to the ballet. But I think it'll be better when you see it on a person to get the full effect. Now I've got to try and get it there without it falling down. Right. So the last thing I was going to show, oh, actually, I was going to tell you, this is what I chose for my jewellery. So I chose this Evil Eye with pearls. I won that at the bingo in Turkey. Does anyone else only play bingo when they're on holiday? I love a game of bingo on holiday. Yeah, I never ever play bingo when I'm home. But, you know, I'm like, oh, bingo tonight, I'm gonna have a game. And I mean, I've won once in all the years, but I bought that. And then I've got my long string of pearls as well. So that's what I wore to the ballet. This dress, Kate Spade shoes, and the jacket. And for bag, I chose, obviously, you know, I've got my Wicker Darling bags. So I chose, I call her Margot, my swan, OVS, because it was Swan Lake. So I have my swan bag, and yeah, so that was my chosen outfit. So now let's go on to Irregular Choice. Now, I told you last time I showed you that pair of heels that had dice heels, and they're from an old collection, and they were very sought after. So a lot of the time now, instead of making a new heel, although they do make new character heels, they can reuse like an older heel but put it on a new upper. And for these, it really made sense them using the dice heel. So I will show you them now. So it's the same dice heel with black. I think the other one had blue, but it's like Monopoly. So you've got the go to jail, you've got the cards for the different houses. What is that, Waterworks? Yes, I'm trying to read it when it's back to front. Coventry Street, Piccadilly. And on this side you've got free parking, you've got more streets, community chest, and then you've got this gold at the front. But I think what's a triumph is using the money as a bow. I just think that's fantastic. And you've got all the Monopolies. Now, I hated Monopoly. I still hate Monopoly. My sister terrorised me with Monopoly, you know. So I hate it. But for a shoe, I just think that totally works. And there's different ones on this as well. So this also has a blue band in the middle of the money as well. So, you know, Irregular Choice, they can be the same but different. So that's what we've got here. So we've got the In Jail, then you've got the Electric Company, and then on this side we've got, you know, go, you know, proceed to go, collect your £200, that's your tax. And then obviously Park Lane, you know, Mayfair, the two that, you know, everyone tries to get. And then you've got, again, the money, but you've got orange in the middle. So kind of same, but different. But I think these really work with the dice heels. I think they're fantastic. And on the bottom, you've got, you know, the Monopoly Wee Man and the money. So I think as a whole shoe, they work brilliantly. Yeah, I love them. Even though I hate Monopoly, I love the shoes. I think they're fun. And they've got quite a wide base, so they're quite easy to walk in as well. A bit high, but they're easy to walk in. You've got a sturdy base there. So, what have I got for you next time? Well, I have got a pair of Irregular Choice. And it's an older pair from an amazing, in fact, one of my most favourite collections of Irregular Choice. And I sold this particular pair of shoes many years ago. And it was the only pair I've ever regretted selling. And it took me a long time to get them back because they never ever went down. Even though the bottom has fallen out of the Irregular Choice market, these particular shoes never came down in price. They were like £200-300, and I was like, nah, I'm not, you know. Anyway, they did, and they're here, and they're amazing, and I'm so glad to have them back. So I can't wait to show you them. So I'll show you them, and no doubt I'll have other bits. Probably not sunglasses, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So stay irregular, guys. Don't follow the crowd because it's so boring. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks we've got a bank holiday to look forward to. So this week we'll be working towards a nice little bank holiday. So I'll see you then. Bye guys.